Hello everyone, welcome to this video. In this one we are going to work on AZ-400 series labs, and today we are working on enabling continuous integration with Azure pipelines. So again, lab overview. In this lab we are going to configure continuous integration, which is CI, and continuous deployment, which is CD, which is very important for DevOps engineers, for your application using build and release in Azure pipelines. Okay, so you can, if you are a DevOps engineer or have a development experience, you probably have done this using other platforms such as Jenkins. So this scriptable CI/CD system is both web-based and cross-platform, which is wonderful, while also providing a modern interface for visualizing sophisticated workflows. So what in this lab we're going to accomplish is we're going to create a basic pipeline from a template and track and review a build and invoke a continuous integration build. This lab will take about 45 minutes to complete. Now this one I'm not going to do sign into your lab virtual machine. All you really need a computer with internet connection, a web browser, and that's about it. And I'm going to use my Ubuntu machine for this lab today. Now in this one I gotta do, so we have to set up a Azure DevOps organization, and if you're following the other labs, it's pretty simple. So that is really part of the exercise 0, configuring the lab prerequisites. So again, we're gonna go down to the Azure DevOps demo generator, and we are going to create a new project. We're gonna name it enabling continuous integration with Azure pipelines. And then we're going to use the parts unlimited. So let's just come over here, sign in. This is the Azure DevOps demo generator. I'm going to name this project as this. I want to select my cloud security and training, and as soon as the choose template button comes up, I'm going to go and choose the parts unlimited to select template and then create project. So that should get us everything that we need to configure the team project. So coming down to the next, or the real exercise 1, is introduction to Azure DevOps build. So in this section, in this task, we're going to create a basic build pipeline from a template, track and review the new build job, and trigger a continuous integration build. So the task 1, as you see, it says creating a basic build pipeline from a template. Okay. So let's see if this is done. So it usually takes about a minute or so. As soon as this is done, we are going to work on. So you can still kind of read what we need to do. So we'll go down to the project and we'll go to the pipelines. And once we're in the pipelines, we are going to go to the parts unlimited E2E pipeline, and then we're going to edit that one. And looks like enable continuous integration, we're gonna disable that. So any changes that we're making, we don't want a build right now. And then to create a new pipeline, we'll go back to the pipeline, select the pipeline, and we're gonna create a new pipeline, and it's gonna ask where is the code, and what we'll do, use the classic code editor and Azure repos git option. So we gotta configure a bunch of things in here. So let's see if it's done, so we can actually get started with the steps. So let's like it's done. Congratulations, your project is successfully provisioned. So just let's go to the project. Around this page, I'm gonna get rid of it. So the first thing to go to this particular project, so we are already there, right? The next is go to pipeline, E2E, edit. So come back over here, pipelines, and then E2E, and go over here, click on edit button. That brings up this page, and as soon as it loads, let's come back over here. On the task, click on trigger and disable the trigger pretty much. So over here, go trigger, enable continuous integration, so we're gonna disable that one, and we are gonna save this one. So there are multiple different options: save and queue, save, and save as draft. So let's see which one they're recommending. Save and queue. Okay, so save and queue, and then save comment I really don't need, and I'm just gonna hit save and run. Hopefully that's what they're also asking us to do. Okay, I'm just gonna say save and run. Alright, so that's done. So over here, the next thing that we want to do is to create a new pipeline. So we'll go back to the pipeline, and then we'll hit new pipeline. So go back to pipeline and click on new pipeline. So that should get us a new pipeline. So what kind of pipeline, and where is your code? So your code could be at many different places: Subversion, other Git repository, Git Enterprise Server, GitHub, Bitbucket, or Azure Repos Kit. So in this one, we are gonna use the classic editor at the bottom of the page. So use the classic editor is right here. So that link, click on it. So you get this particular page over here. So let's come back over here. Insert the Azure Repos Kit option with pods unlimited repository, and only master branch entries is selected. So make sure add your repos kit, pods unlimited, and the master branch. So all of them looks good. So hit continue. So choose a template in the search box, type ASP.NET, and select ASP.NET template. Oh, what do you do? And click apply. So it's already here, but since we are following, you can ASP.NET. So that is what you need to search, and this is here. And make sure that you're not choosing any other. It's just ASP.NET, and hit apply. So that should apply that particular template. Next, we're gonna go down to the variable tab and just look at the contents that we have. So variables, and looks like you have build configuration, build platform, any CPU, debug is false, system definition ID nothing yet, team project. So okay, we have reviewed. Now go down to the triggers and then enable continuous integration. So this is something we have disabled for the other pipeline. So this one we're going to enable, and again we're going to enable the master branch over here. Next we're going to go to options and review its content. So let's just go to options and review its content. So we have a build job timeout, build job cancel, timeout in minutes if it's take too long, cancel the build job, so build number format. So there are a whole bunch of configuration that you can tweak it as per your own requirement. So if you read this note, this section includes a wide variety of options related to the build workflow. Note that you will generally configure options for specific build task. Alright, let's go to retention and go to project settings to configure, and open link in new tab. So go to retention, and pipelines retention has been streamlined. Please go to the project settings to configure. So let's just click over here. Let's see, go to project settings. So open an email. So this is what we have just done. So now we're going to go back to the settings and close the tab. So we are here. This is the setting. This is the retention policy. Okay, so this retention policy is just saying, okay, all the build artifact, how long do you want to keep the artifacts, how days to keep runs, how days to keep pull requests. So you want to clean up your builds as well, right? So this is where you would configure all of that stuff. All right, let's come back over here and then select the history tab. So I can actually close this. We're not really doing anything, so just we're gonna stay here, close this one. So if I go to the history tab, so this should show us the history. So over here, at this point the tab does not contain any entries because we haven't done any builds yet. Now we're gonna select save and queue again. So save and queue. Just need to click on that one and save and run, and save and run. This will automatically display the summary tab of the pipeline job with the queue status. So that is what is going on right now. So it says it's queued. Alright, now the tasks. So we have pretty much done and configured a new pipeline just like that. I hope the process was fairly simple. So we kind of went down to the pipelines, hit new pipeline. We used the new use the classic editor. Then we used the Azure Git repos that went through this configuration, and that's about it. Okay, it was pretty simple. Okay, so next thing that we had to do is task 2, which is tracking and reviewing a build. Okay, in this task you will track and review the new build job. On the summary tab in the jobs section, click on agent job 1. So let's come back to our pipeline, and this is the one that is manually triggered. Let's see, where is the jobs, agent job 1. So that is actually running at the moment, right? So that was kind of, we were before it was queued, now it's running, and it's running looks like for 1 minute and 12 seconds 14 seconds now. So what it's telling us, come back over here, click on agent job 1. That will display the details pane of the job. So just click on this one, and this is the detail that is going on. So a whole bunch of tasks that are done, they're all green, and some tasks it's working on. And here you will see the output. You can also click on this to get the view raw log. You can review the raw log for this particular job. So come back over here. Once the build completes successfully, the job details, on the job details pane, click on the left facing arrow to return to the summary view. Select the tabs to review tests for the build. So let's see, so it is still going on. So let's just come over here. Oh, it says success, so everything looks like they're done. So the finalizing job report job, they took less than 1 minute. So agent job that is successfully completed, and it looks like there was one artifact produced. 87.5 tests were passed, so that's pretty good. So let's come back over here, select the tests tab to review the test for this build. So I'm pretty sure we can probably go from here as well. So let's just come over here and see the tests tab. Just come back over here. Yeah, so that is what we said, right? With it 87.5% tests were successful. 14 of them passed, none failed, and 2 they had some other type of issues. Alright, get back over here. So that is how you track and review a build. Pretty simple. Okay, third thing that we're gonna do before we end the lab is invoking a continuous integration build. So in this task, we're gonna just trigger a continuous integration build. So in the first task, we configured the build to support continuous integration. In this task, we are going to test the functionality. So we're gonna go to repos and go and ensure that the files view is displayed. So we're gonna go to repos, and the files view is now displayed, which is what we want. Now in the middle of the pane, navigate to index.chtml, and then we're gonna click on edit. So it will be under source, parse unlimited website, views, home. So let's see, source, parse unlimited website, then views, it's MVC views, and then what did we say, view, home, then index. So views, home, and index. So this is the file. Now we're gonna edit. So now remember, anytime we are editing and making a change, and if we push and if we save or comment the code, it should trigger a build, and that's kind of what we're gonna test. right now. So over here, what we'll do on the index.cht, make a minor update by changing the view bag.title homepage to, we are gonna change it to view block title is this. You can do anything you like. So okay, you don't have to exactly do this. You can do any other changes anywhere. That should do the trick as well. Okay, let's come back. All right. So now we are going to click the commit, and the commit has to go to the master branch to trigger the build, and hit commit, and select the pipeline, and so come back to our pipelines and look at that. So it just started a build right now, right, enabling continuous integration with Azure pipelines. So that's a wonderful thing. Anytime you are finishing up your project and you are trying to push the code to the repo, it will automatically create a build and continuously. So that is the CI and CD, continuous integration and continuous build. And it will tell you if you have made some mistake, if more tests are failing than before, what's going on. So let's see. So here, note that the number contains trailing .2, which was triggered by your change. So here .2, so the first one 20210610.1, that was the first, and mine is 20210610.2. and what we did, updated index CS HTML. So it kind of tells you what's going on, what happened. Let's see, click the build entry details and verify that it completed successfully. So yeah, at this time you can click on it, and again click on it, and again it's running. You can go back to the agent. So you see most of them, they went just fine. So it's it usually takes less than like few seconds, so it should be done like momentarily. Yeah, so it's the last thing that is running. Post job check, everything else worked well. So finishing agent job 1. So again 87.5. So if I go back, it should be done, and I have success. So that's about it. So this is all the lab that we have done. So again, just a summary. We created a basic pipeline, and we kind of watched how the build worked, and then we made a change to some place in our code, and we committed the code, and that triggered the build, and we can kind of watch the build to run, and that's about it. So if you like the video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, that helps my channel a lot, and thanks for watching the video. Thank you.